What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Maha back again, another video. As you can tell, today we're doing a little POV in the Chaser, and as you can tell by the title, we're gonna get into what it's really like to drive a right-hand drive in the States here. On this car a good amount of time to safely say I'm already gotten used to it. Overall, it's not that bad, but I'm just gonna go through some points and some things to consider if you really are, you know, wanting to get a right-hand drive. Some things might kind of turn you off from it. Some things might not. You know, if you really about that life, then go ahead and do it. But I would recommend this being your second car, or at least have a left-hand drive car that you can go back to. That's gonna be a little bit more practical, or just straight up. But like, I do have my Infiniti Q50 still, so I did not get rid of that car for this. This is not my sole car that I have to drive, so just keep that in mind. So, perfect segue of getting into the first thing you need to get used to. Your blinkers and your windshield wipers are reversed. So in a left-hand drive car, everyone's used to, you know, making you don't even think about it. You drive so long, you're so used to driving that it's just, you know, muscle memory to reach here and grab the left little stock here to do your turns left and right, if you use your blinker. Like some people of the car community. But yeah, man, so that's one thing you're really gonna have to reverse. So like I said, it's not really that bad, but when I first got the car, long story short, I had to drive the car from Miami. The car was in Miami. I had to go pick it up from Miami and take it all the way back up. Well, not really Miami, it was like right before Miami, but it was still about a 2-hour drive. So I was literally just threw right into the sharks when I picked this car up, because I had to drive this car on the highway all the way back up 2 hours to where I live. So yeah, man, that whole time I was driving, I was hitting the freaking, you know, the wiper, you know, trying to pick up. I was like, oh no, what am I doing? But you know, once you get used to it, you know, it just becomes second nature, like anything else. More practice makes perfect. So you just reach here, and you know, you just grab the blinker and go ahead and use it. But just keep that in mind. You know, if you're not really good with your left and rights, if you still have to do this little thing here to make sure you know that this is left and this is right, the forward L. I didn't even know that was a thing. I had a friend show me that she does this because she still can't tell if what's right from left. But there are people like that. I'm not making fun of you, but just if you really are challenged in that way, I would recommend you get this car, or get a right-hand drive car in general. Now, staying on that topic of me having to drive this car back on the highway and in traffic on the way back up to where I live, is lane positioning. That whole ride, I tell you, I'm not even exaggerating, I hit every single reflector in that middle lane, in that little divider in between the lanes. You know, like every time you go over to the I know Florida has it, I don't know if any other state has it. Jersey, I don't think really had that, but let me see if this freaking car could drive so I could hit it so y'all can hear it. But y'all know what I'm talking about. When you cross the lane, you hear the do-do-do-do. Yeah, that was the whole freaking ride home. You can ask my neighbor. My neighbor was with me. It was a good thing I had someone with me, because it was a little nerve-wracking at first, not gonna lie. But like I said, just getting used to it, just hop into it, you know, don't think about it and just do it. But yeah, so the best way I've seen is literally just to hug the right side of the lane. So hug the right here, you know, this is where you can see, you really can't see that side. Now granted, we do have that little, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but that parking pole that stays up when the car is on, if you have the switch on. So that kind of helps you guide too, but you still kind of have to like reach up to see where your bumper is at over there. But you know, just to negate that issue, all you gotta do is just use your guide, your right line here in the lane for your guide, for your driving guide. And haven't hit a reflector since then. I was hitting reflectors left and right when I was first driving the car back up from Miami, man. Excuse me, yo, I had to go pick up some green apple from Ghost. All of the Ghost flavors are real good if y'all like energy drinks. Recently I've been drinking Ghost and their flavors are pretty good. I could do these or bang. So now, cup holders in Japan didn't really look like it was a thing. So I mean, this fits my energy drinks perfectly. That's the biggest size, but anything bigger than that, you're screwed. I'll tell you that right now. If y'all looking to get a chaser, we're gonna need to get aftermarket cup holders, because there's not even cup holders for the passengers in the back too. That sucks. That sucks for y'all, but but yeah, man, let me oh damn, yeah, that's good. That is such a flex to me, bro. Yo, I've had this car for a little while now, and that still amazes me, bro. I don't think I'm getting rid of that. I'm not going to get cannon doors or whatever you call them. Those are like JDM mirrors, but unless they have the folding feature, like that I can keep the automated folding. That's probably the only way you'll see me modify these mirrors, but I would love to keep these stock. So, actually perfect segue right there. Making turns in this car. Now, since you're sitting on the right hand side, right hand turns are pretty easy. Left hand turns, not so much. Now, complete left hand turns. Now, if you're doing a U-turn and a car is directly in front of you, it actually is kind of easier to see past them, believe it or not, because you're not directly in line of that car. You're a little kind of more offsetted to the right, so you can see cars coming from behind them. That was one issue I hated when I first moved to Florida, is that these freaking U-turns are everywhere. Like, Florida loves U-turns for some reason. But yeah, that was perfect. You know, you see how like barely I can see through the left. Now granted, you know, there's a very small B pillar right here. The A pillar, you know, there's not really that much of an issue in this car, but if you have like a GTR, like R34 or Skyline, anything two-door, it might be a little bit more of a pain if you don't have rear windows, you know, rear passenger windows to see a little bit more from. The visibility in this car, regardless, is pretty good all around. It's basically a bubble that we're driving in here, but visibility is no issue in this car. You just have to be a little bit more cautious when you're making turns. Now, another thing takes some getting used to, especially if you have another car that is left-hand drive, made for the States, is swapping in between them. I can't tell you how many times I've went directly from the chaser into the queue and I'm hitting my blinker as my windshield wiper and my windshield wiper as my blinker. Now, yeah, if you just take a minute, again, just to recalibrate your brain, then, you know, you'll be all right. But just hopping in, you're really gonna have to be careful how you drive too, because shout out to Fresh Kicks. I see his pain. One of his recent videos, he ended up scraping his S15, that's right-hand drive, because he was coming right from his left-hand drive BMW. And yeah, man, it's you just gotta take it slow, you know, and just really pay attention to what you're doing. It keeps you on your toes, though. It's good. It's good for your brain. It keeps your brain working. Keeps your brain, you know, sharp. So it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But just make sure, actually kind of, you know, make sure that you're more alert to what you're doing, just in general. So yeah, hopping in from left-hand to right-hand drive is going to take a little resetting, a couple minutes resetting yourself to get back used to driving. But yeah, man, you know, but I always recommend having a left-hand drive car, because you're gonna work the next couple points I'm gonna make. You're gonna see why. Now, if you're a very big drive-through person, or you do tolls almost every day, I wouldn't even recommend you get a right-hand drive for your only car. You're gonna hate life. Tell you that right now. For obvious reasons, you're on the right side. So drive-throughs are made for left-hand drive cars. Only way I've really negated that. It's just to park the car and walk in. If you're not busy, if you're not in a rush or anything, and just leave a couple minutes earlier to whatever you're doing, and you know, just walk, take a little exercise, give your legs a little bit of exercise, and walk all the way into the store and pay and get what you're getting. Unless the store is completely drive-through, then yeah, you're screwed. Don't even think about going there. Tell you that straight up. And I've seen some of these YouTubers and some of these people on Instagram, TikTok, and all that. They actually reverse into the drive-through to order whatever they're ordering, or go to the ATM or whatever. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be looking at someone directly in front of me. They're going to be looking like I'm, you know, some crackhead or something. I'm not going to do that. I'll just walk in. It's not that serious. I'll just walk in and order what I'm getting. Or honestly, if you have a passenger, even better yet, then you could go in, they could get your order or whatever. Yeah, man, just keep that in mind if you're really a heavy Starbucks coffee go-getter in the morning and picking up breakfast every morning and stopping at Dunkin' and all that. If you're about that life, do reconsider or highly consider having another car for those purposes. Because yes, I've seen myself just walking into the store and getting what I need. Now, when you're coming to a stoplight, right? If you don't have tinted windows or your windows are down, people are gonna look at you weird. People are gonna be like, give you that stink face. One day I was leaving the gym and I had a lady ask me why the car was like that. Did I make it like that? How much it costs to make it like that. I was like, no, ma'am, this car was from Japan. It's right-hand drive. The car was never available in the US, so this is a project car I'm going to be building for myself and for my channel. So you're gonna get that a lot. You're gonna get people looking at you weird, especially on the way back up. Again, going back to that story, in the way back from 95, driving this car for the first time. I had an older couple in like a pickup. Dude was in the left lane, I was in the right lane, and they were passing us. I didn't have no tints or anything, so I had the AC up blasting, but you could see straight through the car. The car was bubbled, and yeah, dude's wife was looking right at us, and I'm pretty sure he told him to slow down because they passed us, and then she kind of like broke her neck looking this way. And then she's like, honey, slow down. So then they slow down, and then she looks at me, and then she like gives a little wave and like a, what? Like, you know, she's mind blown the first time she's seen a right-hand drive car in the States. So you're gonna get that. If your car doesn't have tints, you're gonna get that. Or if you're just chilling with your windows down, which I do pretty often, especially when later in the evening when the sun goes down, I like to roll with the windows down. And yeah, those conversations still do come up. I get those a lot, so just, you know, be prepared for that. Be prepared for random people striking up conversation with you. I'll tell you that right now. But now people who actually know the car, that's even more special because not a lot of people know about this car. So when someone knows about this car, then you know that they really know about the Japanese car culture and how special this car is to the JDM. You know, scene, Japanese, overseas, basically everything overseas. This car is known. So non-car people, man, they're gonna look at you like, bro, what? Why even? Like, bro, like, nah. See, this is what I'm telling you about right. See, nah, I was in a left-hand drive car. I can't get this close to the curb. You see, everybody's almost all the way in there in the middle lane, man. I'm over here hugging to the right, bro. I'm chilling. I can see the curves, I'm not gonna hit it. They can't see the curve. Another perfect segue into what it is like to drive right-hand drive. This person is doing it here right now. They're practicing. Definitely someone with their kid or whatever practicing how to drive. Parallel parking is a lot easier to parallel park a right-hand drive car in the States. I'll show you right now. Oh, look at that. I can see right out the car. If anything, you want to drop your mirror so you can see a little better. Lock the wheel.
Catch up. Hold on. Because your name is Parker. Lock the wheel. Lock the wheel. Lock the good boy.
Don't mind my scrubbing of my fender liner. Hashtag FitMeGang. And boom, you are done. You are already on the sidewalk. Like that, boom. You ready? Finish, get back in your car. You ain't gotta worry about traffic. You got people zooming. Oh yeah, y'all can do all that. Yeah. I'm on this side. Quick getaway, in and out. Now, one thing, personally, say from experience, but if the car is manual, it really is not that different. The pattern of the shifter itself, the gears are still, you know, top left, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still H pattern. There's no difference in that aspect, and there's no difference in the aspect of the pedal placement as well. Right pedal is still gas, brake is still middle, and then the clutch is gonna be right here. When I do the swap, we're gonna be doing all that. So it's not different at all. Again, the only difference is you're shifting with your left hand now. So again, keeping your mind a little busy, you know. It's good for our mind to, you know, a little exercise for us to think about things a little bit more throughout our daily life. So yeah, let's keep that in mind. If you do plan on getting a manual, it's gonna take probably a little bit more getting used to. I'll tell you that right now. When I do this manual swap, I'm pretty sure it's gonna take a little bit more getting used to, and especially coming from the manual on the Mustang as well. You know, my right hand, you know, used to just banging those gears out, so you're gonna have to be thinking about it a little bit more, going slow with it, and then you start doing it like nothing. So let's keep that in mind as well. No, nothing is different with the shifting as well. The only difference is that you're shifting with your left hand, that's it, and you're steering with your right hand. Other than that, same, you know, same concept with it, man. You staring at me, bro. Look at, I ain't got the 2J right now. Yo, I can't wait, man. So yes, I did decide I'm just gonna go full on 2J with this car. We're gonna go crazy, fully built 2J on this car for the future. So if y'all interested in any kind of 2J, JDM, drifting, runs in Mexico type of content, stay tuned for that. We are definitely going to be doing that with this car. And who knows, depending on how the channel does, I might throw a turbo kit on the Q and boost that up and see how that car goes. But for right now, the Q is basically done. I just have maintenance and a few things I need to repair on the car. Nothing major, just small little cosmetic things. And then the infotainment system decided to crack. The heat finally got to it and cracked the damn the bottom screen of the infotainment system. So I'm gonna have to replace that soon. Certain spots of that screen doesn't even work anymore. So yeah, I'm really gonna have to swap that soon if I want to be able to have that function properly. But yeah, man. So if y'all made this far in the video, please drop a comment down below, hit that like button so we can get this video back on this channel back on the algorithm. I think all YouTubers are going through this right now, but views are kind of low right now, so let's try to get these back up. Appreciate all y'all support and all my, you know, my regular viewers and subscribers, always showing love to the content, man. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here, man. So you know, 4,000 subscribers strong, we got to keep pushing. So thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and always remember, repetition creates precision, y'all. Let's go.